Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We are back in the city of Umbar. Now, we need to find the water carriers near the harbor, at the Warden's tower actually, so that we can infiltrate the Citadel of Winds. And it seems that is our next stop. We are almost done with the epic in Umbar. That's crazy, but that's the truth. Now, since we are also about to complete the Explorer deed, and that will give us some embers, I also took the time to barter some embers. We're about to hit level 150, even possibly today. So I just got a few ember pieces, and that has freed up some space on my wallet. I can actually even complete this as well.
Good day to you, traveler.
How many body time do I have? I don't know. 500, and the cap is 750, so it's better if we exchange some of these. If you're looking for embers, I have just a few. I would be willing to part with them if you have some on body time. Sure.
Fair winds to you.
It is a worthwhile trade. I am glad you agree. This is all I have though. Perhaps I will acquire more embers soon. Which is 5 days. Yeah, this resets every Sunday or something like that. Sunday, Saturday? I'm not sure. Well, bottom line, we got this done. So well, there's that. We can now go back. Now, well, this Parmelax Manor. Oh yeah. Yeah, I totally know where I am. Well, I'm glad I didn't try. Oh, or did we? I can't remember right now. Yeah, we came to this door. I tried to open it, and it said we didn't have the right quest. Yeah, I remember now, but at least the door doesn't have the tooltip spelling which quest you need to complete to enter that place. That's great. So, gotta go to the Harbor Warden's Tower, but there are a couple things we can do first. More than a couple, actually. Just gotta remember what's the way down to the lower ward, so that we can complete the deed. I think I will go to Nejagil. Well, no, not Nejagil, to Avido at the Hunter's Expedition Camp to turn in Nejagil's tail. Complete those quests in there. I think that's the only thing I'm missing now. I would still like to double check with the LOTRO companion, but I've been very thorough with my exploration of the city and the Cape of Umbar as well, so I would expect to have that done. Not the Wharf-beacon. Yeah, it's easier to see at night because, well, the fire is lit and everything. How do you get there exactly? We'll need to double check. Oh boy. There are coursers in here. Oh boy. This is not looking good. Didn't expect to find a fight in here because, well, this only slows us down. Would very much like to complete everything we need on today's episode. And I'm still hoping that would be possible, but well, we have a lot of things to do today. And I'm not sure if we can do them all, but an Earthsworn mate, really? He's trying to avoid a Houndmaster, and I fall into this guy's hands. Talk about bad luck. And on top of that, the frigging Houndmaster is already coming back. So I did nothing. I achieved nothing with this. Quite possibly dying. For God's sake! Drop it. Don't bother me anymore. We can wait for the Helmmaster. Oh no, wait. We can actually even take a little swim. Oh. Let me see. Stupid wall. Christ. Now this doesn't seem to be the way to the beacon. And we need to do something else. At the gate, maybe. Let me double check that. Let's try to avoid this guy. If we run far enough, they're bound to get bored and leave me alone, I hope. Find a way up to the beacon, maybe. The beacon gate. Oh, okay. This was in the name as well. I don't know how I missed this, but in that case, how do I get up to the beacon? Or do we actually need to swim? That's another possibility. God, do these guys don't get tired? Go away! Christ. You really should get tired of it. Oh, that's the Citadel of Winds that we cannot access. We can only get glimpses of it from the distance. Pity. Yeah, you have discovered the Wharf-beacon. Awesome. So let's see what we got. Geez, a lot. So we have completed the City of the Corsairs. We have a Title Wanderer of the Free City. Some Virtue XP. Explorer of Umbar Baharbel. Some more Virtue XP. Deeds of Umbar Baharbel. And another title. Some more Virtue XP. Determination is now level 89. We have a new deed. Umbar Completionist. Alright, so let me see this then. The Havens of Umbar Baharbel. No, the city. The City of the Corsairs is this one. So we have Wanderer of the Free City. With that we completed the Explorer of Umbar Baharbel, and we have Explorer of Umbar Baharbel. And completed Deeds of Umbar Baharbel, and that gave us Warden of Umbar Baharbel. And then we got a new deed, Umbar Completionist. So we need to complete the Deeds of the Shield Isles and the Cape of Umbar for a steed, some allegiance tokens, and another set of Virtue XP. At least we didn't need to complete the Slayer deed for this one. But anyway, now the titles. Warden of Umbar Baharbel, you have left no task unfinished, no stone unturned, and no foe undefeated in Umbar Baharbel. That we have. What is this one? Wanderer of the Free City, you have thoroughly explored Umbar Baharbel, the City of the Corsairs. And I think the other one should be, Explorer of Umbar Baharbel, you have thoroughly explored Umbar Baharbel, the City of the Corsairs, and every corner of the city is known to you. That is also true. I'm still learning my way around some parts of the city, but yeah, with all the time we have spent in here, we can finally say we have explored it all and we know our way around the city. That is so cool. Okay. Now that we're here, we can also get
Will you give me a moment of your time?
our
friend?
VIP buffs from
Hello
Wenda
there.
Cranesville. Oh, I didn't count with something here, is that my bags are now full, but I can also sell some junk. These gemstones from the treasure caches, I don't need. Runestone, what do I need that for? The axe, maybe for the cosmetic, I'm not sure. Well, at least two bag slots. I'll take that. Now we're gonna take a swift travel to the east gate. Will not take us as close as I would like, but I'd much rather do this than ride through the entire city. Just for this, we're gonna complete a quest at the Hunter's Expedition Camp really quick. We have roughly 42 to 45 minutes, ideally, to complete all this. And I don't know if that time will be enough, if we will need more time towards the end of it, or if we'll have time to spare. I much rather have time to spare. I wouldn't mind if this episode turns out to be shorter than usual, as long as I can complete everything we need in here. And again, we are really close to doing that. So boy, please, crossing my fingers. And we're about to hit level 150. Isn't that going to be great? I cannot wait. I cannot wait for another dose of dopamine, maybe. The last time we'll level up in almost 2 years, if the LOTRO roadmap is everything to go by. We'll have another expansion by the end of the year, but that expansion will not increase the level cap. So it's safe to assume that we will only have an expansion raising the level cap around November of 2025. So yeah, almost 2 years for us to level up. That put things in perspective, for sure.
Do you have need of something?
It is everything I expected and more. Even now the flesh knits back together. Forgive my excitement. You see, the tale of the salamander is exceptional. You have defeated a creature that many have feared for years. Completed the hunt for Nejagil. You helped Avido achieve his hunting dream. Here.
Good day to you, traveler.
Each of the hunters informed me of their successes. This is an accomplishment that even the few who dedicate themselves to such a lifestyle achieve. You should feel a great deal of pride in your success. For all you have done, you have earned this. Please return to us again, friend. We are here at the behest and employ of the crafters of Umbar and welcome the assistance and company of individuals with skills that assist us. You have proven capable and personable, two qualities that we prize. Thank you again. That's it. The only thing we have left in this camp is dailies that we are not doing today. So with that, we can go back to the city and focus on the epic for the remaining of this episode. Just wanted to double check what do we have here as far as allegiance tokens go. This is 9400 and oh boy, 3600. So this is 13,000 XP. This is about 25,000 allegiance XP. Plus, we can check that really quick. Plus, 1395. 1495. Plus about 30. Almost about 2,800 allegiance XP that we got by questing through Umbar. So of course it's not even enough to finish one allegiance. Not even enough, I think, to reach level 10 in just one allegiance. So there's a lot of farming ahead of us, and we'll need to, well, I will wait until I am sure we have all the tokens we need to unlock every single chapter of both allegiances as we have done before. It's just that this time around, I don't know what I'm gonna find, but the way in which these two allegiances were set up and were introduced leads me to believe that their stories will most likely be independent from each other, but in the end they would complement each other, because the Order of the Eagle is spying on the city of Umbar, and with the Ledger's Keepers you will gain enough trust to access some sensitive information. So yeah, it does seem like these two allegiances might converge in the end. I'm not saying like they will have the same quest as the final chapter, that I don't see that happening with this system, but what we find in one allegiance would also shed some light on the events of the other one. At least that's what I hope. I'm super late to the party, I know. Yeah, it's been well, as of the time of recording, it's about 3 months since the expansion released. By the time this episode goes live, it will be almost 4 months since the expansion released. So I know I'm really, really late to this party, and most people will already have the allegiances maxed out. I never intended for me to take this long to complete the expansion. That can be helped now, but well, I have not spoiled anything of these allegiances, and I'm really looking forward to see if my suspicion is right. It's not on the harbor tower per se, it's by the Dockmaster. My bad. Well, at least with this one, if you spent a lot of time exploring the city doing the quests, but didn't fully explore every nook and cranny of the city, you will get an excuse to go by the Dockmaster, really close to the Dockmaster, and unlock the Umbar travel location. So it seems the devs have you covered on that regard as well. That's cool. Not exactly by the Dockmaster, but so close enough that it's really hard to miss it. The woman eyed you suspiciously as you approached. The women.
We have our own tasks to complete, stranger, and have no time to speak with such as you.
You apologize for interrupting and ask if they could use any help with their task. The servant stares at you suspiciously. Why? She asks. The servant's companion calls for your attention.
Forgive Enât her distrust, stranger. We have reason to be wary.
Our master is very particular about the means by which we carry out his commands. We bring seawater through the city to the fountains inside Jajax, the Citadel of Winds, every morning, and every night those fountains are emptied to await our return the next morning. It is hard, heavy work, and there are fewer of us now than there used to be. Azagath has dismissed some of our fellows before now, but no one seems to know where Sadûkh has gone. Enât hisses at Ushu to not say anything more, and the woman nods. He may be fine and he may not, but without Sadûkh our work will be more difficult. Azagath smiles with his mouth, but his eyes aren't moved, and if we do not find some way to replace Sadûkh's burden, we may be the next ones to disappear. Prove to me you can carry this bowl of seawater without spilling a single drop, and perhaps you can accompany us into the Citadel. Bring it to the courtyard of the teeming Net Tavern to the southeast, and we will see if you are steady enough to join us. Ushu nods at the bowl, telling you to carry it out without spilling any of the water. Now, we don't know exactly what this ritual does, but it certainly has something to do with the Song of Waves and Wind that has been teased a couple times already. One by Nakási at the end of chapter 1, and the other one by Harmelach just a few episodes ago. Well, on the last episode actually. So, okay, the team in net. You have accomplished the task set before you by Ushu and Enât. Back to the dock we go. So, even though we have no idea what the sunken waves and wind is, and we'll get that information later. I'm inclined to believe that, well, it's really possible, at least the way I see it, that we will screw this ritual up somehow. That might have some repercussions in the future. At least that's just a theory that I just come up with doing this quest. We'll see if I'm right. Oh boy, theory crafting. This is amazing. It's the first time on the channel that I had the chance of share my theories about what's to come on the storyline. It's the first time I actually caught up with the live servers and doing things as they happen. So we'll see how many of my theories turned out to be right.
You did well enough, stranger.
You may accompany us when next we perform our duties, and I will ask no questions of you. Your reasons for wanting to gain access to Wharf-beacons are your own, but you must endanger none of my friends. If such treachery seems possible, I will alert the guards at once. Let this last warning guide your steps. Neither Enât nor I know what happened to Sadûkh, but of this I am certain. He saw something he was not supposed to see, some secret of the Sea Shadow, and now he has paid for it. Azagath is dangerous. We waterbearers may be beneath his notice, but it may not be possible to always remain so.
We have a long way to carry these bowls of seawater.
Have a long way to carry these bowls of seawater. It is our tradition to set them down for a brief rest just before crossing the bridge to Wharf-beacons. Are you ready to begin? Oh yeah! So as you see here, we'll get a gold token. That is exciting. Let me see what kind of tracer we got here. Shield Gambit buff duration. I mean, for a purple tracer, the tracer itself is good, but not on a purple level. Not what I would like. But let me see if I can remove something in here. Yeah, there was Ascendant Flame. Why do I need Ascendant Flame for, right? So we'll remove this Ascendant Flame. I will need to actually destroy the thing because I have not... I am maxed at my ancient script, so I cannot use the Flame of Ancalamir. Anyway, take me to the Citadel now.
Then let us begin, stranger. We will bring you with us into the Citadel.
After that, your business is your own. Boy!
That is enough rest for now. Pick up the water bowl again and cross the bridge.
You believe it, there we go. You go ahead, stay to the left side and climb the hill to the keep. Boy, you cannot ask me to just remain on the left side when we are about to get a peek into the Citadel. And who knows if we'll ever get a chance of coming back in here again. I assume we will, because I don't see the LOTRO team building this massive Citadel for it to be used only in one instance. So at some point we might get the doors open, but until then... well, all the doors are closed anyway. Ah boy, there goes my hopes of exploring this place. Up the ramp, maybe? Citadel Guard. Hey, fellow. Are you new? You must bring the water upward. Well, I'm not the one doing the guarding anymore. But I'm still a Citadel Guard on duty as far as I am concerned. Boy, yeah, this looks as amazing as you would expect. It has a little bit of the gardens. It's a lush, luxurious place befitting the leaders of Umbar. You are Citadel bound, you're almost there. Do I need to climb up that ramp? Is that I assume? The fountain is already filled. You are needed inside the Citadel. Okay, so we gotta go inside the Great Hall. We will see you inside the main hall. Okay, yeah. With Ushu. Ushu and I will join you inside the Citadel just ahead. Oh, we're about to enter, buddy. I'm not sure I'm ready for this. We gotta find Thorongil somehow and leave as fast as we can. I'm not sure if I should have brought Carolith here. You pour the seawater into the fountain and should now take up your place alongside the other water bearers. East of the fountain? Oh, okay, here. What's gonna happen now? Now we must wait until we are dismissed. It is best to not attract any attention. Remain within these steps with the rest of us and we will stay beneath the notice of anyone who might take offense at our listening. This is very similar in principle to... remember when we were eavesdropping in Mordor? The meeting of the Gurshwil when Dulgaveth was enslaved by Laereth and Borangos the Auror was there too? We're not disguised now, well, not as servants, but we have our own disguise this time around. A better disguise, if you ask me.
I'm bored.
Where? Belondor.
Try not to think about it, Thorongil.
I tried that.
We may not need to keep you for much longer, young master. Nakási should have consulted with me before she brought you here.
It was a good idea, Azagath. He makes a valuable hostage, does he not?
Not as valuable as the one Khôltekh has arranged.
We will see. I do not trust the corsair he chose for this.
Oh boy.
Lord Azagath, your invited guest has arrived. The corsair Jajax and his prisoner, Queen Arwen of Gondor.
Okay. Boy. Oh!
Greetings to you, noble Azagath. I have brought you the Queen, as I promised.
Oh boy.
Your deeds exceed your reputation, Jajax. Nakási did not believe you could do this.
It was not easy. Keep that in mind as we discuss my reward.
Is it customary for your prisoners to retain their belongings?
It is only water. Oh, what if Queen Arwen had a thirst?
Water has power. Belondor, take it from her.
The rivers of Gondor will have their vengeance upon you.
The jar falls to the floor and shatters, water soaking into the carpet.
This is not Queen Arwen. Who are you?
Hey, listen. There has clearly been some mistake.
The mistake was believing you could succeed in this deception, Jajax. You thought a jar of river water could unravel my sorceries. The rivers of Gondor have no power here, foolish ones. My strength comes from the sea, and the sea is stronger than any river.
My friend, I think we might have need of you after all.
What? Jajax has revealed your identity to the Kindred of the Coins. Yeah, thank you. Well, we get the chance finally of getting a pic of Belondor that we hadn't... we haven't met this guy before. Just his wife. And... we can finally see Nimrodel's face. Isn't this amazing? And oh boy, this is such a good payoff because we got her identity revealed at the beginning of the expansion. And at first I thought, yeah, this is just a cool twist that the devs have planned for God knows how long. Ever since the days of West Gondor update 14, and they were taking the opportunity that they are revisiting these lands now to give us the reveal of Nimrodel, and I expect that to be it. And now, here she is again. And oh, everything is coming up together quite nicely as it usually happens. And here we have met Azagath once again. Do you remember our meeting by the markets, I wonder? And if so, what do you have to say to us? I don't think he will, just because, once again, as Made of Lions mentioned on his forum post that we referenced in a previous episode, it's really hard for them to track what do you have done or not done, and especially with the optional crewmates. So that's why I don't expect there to be any acknowledgement of that here. Let's see. I thought something was out of place. I see now that it was you, Beriathan. You have come a long distance to be here. It is curious that none of my fellows thought to mention your presence to me. I do not believe you could have escaped Khôltekh's notice or harm me like spies. Perhaps they tire of our continued association? I have experienced such disillusion before. Some went willingly to deny it, but only later learned what it meant. Do you think to battle me now? Do you think you could best me in my own palace?
No, I will not fight you. You are a close friend of the King of Gondor. You will be a better hostage than either of these others.
What should we do with Thorongil?
Kill him. We have no further use for him.
Out of my way.
He is just a child, Nakási.
He is a Gondorian child, Belondor. What is that?
Oh.
The fountain.
It's working.
Oh, you have forgotten something important, Azagath. In the end, every river leads to the sea.
Oh, the Five Sisters!
You are not beyond our reach, Azagath Sea Shadow!
The Kindred of the Coins escaping to the Citadel of Winds, leaving their captive behind. Oh boy, yeah. The Kindred of the Coins have fled deeper into their citadel, but their purpose is fulfilled and Thorongil is rescued. The power of the Five Sisters frightens Azagath. He was right to flee from them and his allies beside him. And yet, Roaming Star and her sisters cannot long remain this far from their homes. They have felt by as a reprieve and freedom for the Kindred's hostage, but that is all. If Azagath and his Kindred remain a threat, we cannot rely upon the Five Sisters to face it. You're lucky I came along when I did, Beriathan, for the Kindred of the Coins were only moments away from discovering you. I deem that I saved you from imprisonment at least, and death at most, and you would do well to reward my friendship with whatever valuables you might have at hand. You remind Jajax that the Kindred was quite oblivious to your presence until he called their attention to you, and he waves a dismissive hand. Who can remember now? The important thing is that great deeds were done, and prisoners rescued, and the legend of Jajax has increased. Oh, Jajax. I cannot be mad at you for too long. I really can't. was really hard, but you are safe now. Please don't do that again. Go back to your mother. Go back to your home.
Did you see them? The 5 sisters.
I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me, but they were real. I thought they were going to slay Azagath right then and there. It is a shame they did not, and he got away. Is Orgolas here? Did he sail his ship to Umbar? I want to tell him about the sea voyage. It was very exciting and dangerous too. You tell Thorongil that Orgolas remained behind in Amphalas, but someone else did sail with you aboard the Wave Hunter as part of the rescue mission. Lady Nauriel and the rest of your crew arrive at the run. And our crew has grown. Nimrodel on one hand. Come here, Garliff. Yeah. Nimrodel on one hand. And again, I'm so glad she's finally showing her face. Right? Jajax on the other hand. Daxamat, Legolas and Gimli, Bruidis and Rosaran, Corudan and Sigalith has also joined the crew. Kaivar, Sirk and Galangam. The only one that we're missing here is Gwalang for obvious reasons. Ah no! Gwalang is there! Buddy, you took the time to come all the way from your nest to say hello. I appreciate that so much. Oh boy. Gangor. All the way there. Why are you doing so far away? And of course, what we came here to do in the first place, rescue young Orgolas and reunite him with his mother. Young Thorongil, sorry, Orgolas, it's back in Lhanuch. You give Nauriel a moment to embrace her son and shower him with relieved kisses. After he finally squirms away from his mother, Nauriel clasps you on the arm. You should have waited for the rest of us, Beriathan. But I am pleased you acted quickly to rescue Thorongil when the opportunity presented itself.
Our mission to Umbar is completed.
For both captives held by the Kindred of the Coins have been rescued. I will return with Thorongil to Amphalas as soon as it can be arranged. His father Carandolian will be very pleased, but not surprised to learn that we have triumphed. There will still be work to be done here in Umbar, I know it. Yeah, don't you worry about it. You go back home, take the boy with you, and leave me to take care of it, okay? Yeah, please. So, and what else do we have in here?
Has it been so long that you have forgotten the most important rule of all?
Never count Jajax out of a fight, for he will return and surprise you. It is a lesson the Prince of the Lamroth has now learned. You should have seen his face when it became apparent that only Jajax could turn defeat into victory. Aye, it seemed defeat was certain. He has spies in this land, a band of whisperers and movers in secret that go by the name Circle of the Eagle, and when they reported to him that your ship never arrived, he despaired. A plan was conceived, a desperate plan, but it was considered the only option left to save the captive boy. The prince could not achieve it, nor could the king. Only a courser would do, only the courser would do, and that means Jajax. It is good to be owed favors by kings and princes, Beriathan, and I shall be well rewarded for my part in this deception. I admit I believe the water carried by Nimrodel was in some way enchanted and would prove more effective than it turned out, but all is well now. It must be the good fortune of Jajax coming through in the end once again. How did my brother fare on the voyage? On your voyage? I hope he did not make too great a mess of things without me here to set him right. No, Daxamat was alright, Jajax. Don't you worry about it. Yeah, everything turned out in the end. It was not his intention when he refused to join the crew, but it was better than that he didn't. Now we talk to Nimrodel. For long years, I believed I was no longer a part of the world, Beriathan, and I sheltered with the Alvarim and stood at a remove from all others. The kindness of Arwen and the good heart of Robingstar have taught me I was wrong. In gratitude, I offered to play a role in their drama. Was it very different than the role I played for so long? The role of Dorthanet? I have set aside my veil of mourning, Beriathan. It is good to be of help to my friends, no matter the dangers. Their kindness is like the warm sun upon my skin, and I welcome it. But do not mistake me. The danger of Azagath remains. I judge that he is no ordinary man. I felt Sauron's mark upon him. Oh, Sauron's mark. What does that mean? This is the first time, actually. Yeah, the first chance we have of taking a picture of Corudan and Sigilith together. I'm not wasting this chance at all. No. Yeah. How many years in the making was this? If you're counting the first time we met Sigilith in Mirkwood, that is 2009, so this is almost 15 years. If you count the first time that we met Corudan, that was late 2012, so that is 11 years. Anyway, a long time for us to finally be able to get this picture. I have not had time yet to rest and to speak with my brother, for we have gone from one danger to another. I look forward to hearing of Corudan's adventures and telling him of my own. Perhaps that time has come. It may not last, for while the Kindred of the Coins has claimed to make this a free city, it would seem an evil has taken root within the membership of that council. I do not think your business in this land is yet finished, Beriathan. Azagath remains a danger, while my heart tells me he is not the only member of the Kindred who is not as they appear.
During the sea voyage that brought us to Umbar, I did what I could to keep Thorongil out of trouble. It was not easy.
And I told you truly that it was a thankless one, but I am relieved that both he and I survived the passage. That he has also been brought safely from the Citadel of Winds. It is a sign of your prowess and my memory of our shared adventures that I am less surprised by that. I'll look forward to hearing of my sister's adventures and to telling her my own. I still cannot believe that she's alive, but of course she was always stubborn. She might say the same of me, but I believe Sigilith has always been more headstrong than I am. Since you have spent time with each of us, only you can tell us for certain. Corudan smiles. No, you can keep your answer. I know what it is. Yeah, I would agree with you, Corudan. Sigilith for certain is more stubborn than you. You both are made of the same material. If you were the one that had been trapped beneath Dol Guldur, you would have also survived. But you are of a gentler nature than Sigilith. It's what I believe.
I have listened to the account of what transpired within the Citadel, and my mind is clear.
Belondor has no love for Gondor, and who could blame him for that? But he is not a monster. Whatever evil lies at the heart of the Kindred of the Coins, my old friend is not the cause of it. He would have prevented Nakási from slaying their young hostage. I am sure of it. Azagath and the web he has woven has my friend caught, just as I was enmeshed by the commands of the Steward Denethor. Belondor is not beyond saving, of this I am certain. Okay, so we still need that meeting between Belondor and Sirgon. That is gonna happen sometime.
My brother always has a plan or a scheme in mind. Do you think he had this plan all along?
Is this why he refused to join your crew? It must be, surely. I don't know. I can't be certain either. You consider whether to dispel Daxamat's notion of his brother and decide not to do so, yeah. You suspect that it would take a ship's hold full of evidence to lessen Daxamat's opinion of his brother, and even then it might not be possible. My brother is really something, isn't he? Daxamat asks you, and you have no choice but to nod in agreement. Maybe for different reasons, but he is something else. Alright.
I have spoken with the others, and I still do not understand one thing.
If the Corsair Jajax arranged with Khôltekh to gain access to the Citadel with his prisoner, why did the Mamir not accompany Jajax inside? If he believed Jajax's prisoner was truly Queen Arwen, would he not want to be present at the Kindred's triumph? Gimli strokes his beard. Unless Khôltekh knew that Jajax had not actually captured Queen Arwen, but why would he help us rescue Thorongil? Is he secretly working against Azagath's aims? You tell Gimli that your audience with Harmelach has shown you the Kindred of the Coins may not be as united in their purposes as it seems from the outside. That is why the king under the mountain is so important, Beriathan. I will keep thinking about it. Khôltekh's place in all this makes my heart hurt.
I have listened to the account of what transpired within the Citadel of Winds.
And it seems to me that Azagath, Sea Shadow, is no mere man. Nimrodel says she felt the mark of Sauron upon him. Do you think he may be one of the Worshwil? If so, he has kept his nature hidden from the others of the Kindred and from the Umbari people. Nakási Wave Reaper spoke to you of the Sunk of Waves and Wind before she left Gondor, and I understand Harmelach mentioned it when you met with her, but she knew little more than its name. Can it be that the Sunk of Waves and Wind has as its foundation some evil of Mordor? If that is so, we cannot leave Azagath to make use of it, whatever it may be. The adventure that brought us to Umbar is over, but our work here is not finished.
It is done. For now, is it not? We have carried out the commands of King Ellazar.
Though they have brought us far from our homes. Kaivar looks out over the water and shrugs his shoulders. I suppose I don't really have a home any longer, do I? My mother and my uncle Carlon would not welcome me back to Ethring, not even if they knew the part I played on this grand adventure, especially not if they knew. It wasn't that large a part, but I'd like to think I was some help along the way. It is up to me now to make a new home for myself, somewhere out here in the world. I was so afraid of... I cannot say what I was afraid of exactly. I think it was the bigness of the world, that sense of vast open spaces far beyond the land in which I grew up. It is so different here, but perhaps that is a good thing for me. I could not find a place in which to belong in the land of my birth. Maybe I will find a place here. Thank you for bringing me along on your voyage. I will do whatever I can to help King Ellazar bring peace to Gondor, and if that causes further conflict with the Kindred of the Coins, well, I will do what I can to help. All you need to do is ask, Beriathan, and I will follow wherever you lead. Just maybe not aboard the ship next time, he says, with laughter in his eyes. Okay, the story continues in a future update. This is the end of the current storyline, so I'm gonna take off the Stone of the Tortoise. You know what this means. Once again, I don't think I will have a musical number for you this time around, but there we go. Yeah, we don't have enough room to do that. There is something that I will need to take away. What do I exactly can destroy in here? I am so conflicted about it. This is the shield, well, the armor that I got. Okay, essence box. So I think, yeah, let's grab agility. Okay. Now, that is it. There we go for good. 3, 2, 1, go. Not yet? Come on. Oh, yeah, right. We still need another one. In that case, is this... We do agility or we do will? Let's do agility. It's the same. It's a yellow essence. I think I will replace this soon enough. Okay. Once again, for good this time. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Level 150! So what do we have in here? We have completed the quest. We are level 150 now. We got the Essence box, the Song of Waves and Wind themes, that looks nice. A bracelet, determination is now level 20. We got a lot of virtue XP on patience. Once again, I don't want that, please stop doing that. Let's go to fortitude now, or maybe innocence. Let's go with innocence better, and we'll see what else we can do after all this. And take a look at what we have in here.
Your mission has concluded, and I am pleased it has ended happily.
Now that it has, I can confess to you something. The physical hurt of the wound I suffered outside Helm's Deep pained me greatly, even as it would in time be healed by Leafshade's ministrations. But one pain remained even afterward, the pain of loss, of not knowing what befell my friends. As my body recovered, my heart dwelt on the uncertainty of what might be happening even then to you and to Gilrain and to Horn and to Nona. Now that Thorongil of Peanut Gelling has been rescued from the Kindred of the Coins, will you take one last journey with me, Beriathan? Okay, we'll need more backspace for this, but take me there, please.
In the space before your adventures continue, my friend, I would ask to take one more journey with you.
Lead the way. I'll be glad to journey with you once again. How far are we going? Nunligling. Oh boy. All the way up to Enât. If we took the time to come back to Enât, that means that Nimrodel and Thorongil are definitely back at Peanut Galley now. Because Dunland, the Gap of Rohan, and Helm's Deep, we already did this. Gondor, Pelargir, or maybe even Dol Amroth, or Lhanuch. Boy, this is a long journey. This is Lhanuch, the village of the outlived from which Nona came. I am pleased to see it. She did not speak of it often, but when she did, her voice was found, despite her attempts to prevent it, I think. Her voice was found, my bad. You had better go on ahead, Beriathan. Nona's people will remember you. The rest of us will be considered, what was the word, devoted? Yes, that was it. The rest of us may be devoted, but in Lhanuch, I believe you will be welcomed. Sadûkh. Sadûkh nods in greeting. I knew you would one day climb this hill and come again to Lhanuch, Beriathan. I saw it in the pool of the king only weeks after my daughter Nona departed, following the dream that carried her away to fight another kingdom's war. She returned months afterwards with a broken heart and a child in her belly, and I thought you would return in her company of this man, this Horn, who was the father of the child. But sun and moon rose and fell, and he never showed his face. My daughter sits by the summit of the village, by the fire on the right. She will be glad to see you. As for the others who wait below, who can say? If they do not speak the right words, they may learn the daughter of Sadûkh can be even more dangerous than he is, and that is no small amount. Yeah, once again, Nona is far more dangerous than you are. Just as Sigileth is far more stubborn than Corudan is. Nona smiles as you approach. Nice. I mean, it's only a few months in game since the last time we saw her. I don't know if that is enough for her pregnancy to show up. But let's see. Beriathan, my dear friend. It is good to see you again at last. If you waited a few more months, you might meet my son or my daughter. I am glad you did not wait. Oh. No, I do not yet know what my child will be. When the days feel longest, I wonder if Hildegard would tell me whether I am having a son or a daughter, but I cannot bring myself to return to the Soothsayer's cave. If he had not spoken as she had, perhaps Horn. It does not matter. It has been months, but my anger has not cooled. It is said the outlived laugh even more fiercely than they fight, and you should cross them in neither. Someone should have told me that to Horn before he sent me away. The fool. Yes, I know he thought he was doing right. He was wrong, and should have listened. I don't know how Nona is gonna react. Again, it's been 10 years since last we saw her. 10 years. I cannot believe that as I'm saying it, but it's been 10 years, just as it has been 10 years since last time we saw Corudan. Corudan! We thought you were dead. It is not so, my friend. But I grieve to miss the rest of your adventures. Who are these folk? Oh boy. He is Kaiavara, scribe of Gondor and friend of Beriathan. He is an artist. And this is my sister, Sigileth. These are truly days of wonder when even ghosts return. You rescued me from the clutches of the Kindred of the Coins in Umbar. It sounds like you have quite a story to tell. Nona, What are you doing here? Oh yeah, you can see the belly. He wanted to see you, he has spoken of nothing else. Have you come here to die then? For I will slay you where you stand. I would welcome it, Nona. Do not test me, fool. I will become Wadu's ghost once more. Oh boy. Poor Horn. I think at this point in time he's ready to go back to being Horn, but we'll see. We'll see what he has to say about it. Nona with a child, caring child, and sword at the same time? Come on. Come on. I mean, that's the Nona we love. Stand aside, Beriathan, to return here after sending me away. His wits are more adult than they used to be. How can you explain his presence here? Nona's eyes boil with fury, but your keen eyesight reveals that the hand holding her brother's sword trembles. She does not want to become Wadu's ghost again, despite her words and the anger she has nursed for Horn since he sent her away from the war. If only there was some way for you to break the tension. You cast your thoughts back to the days you spent traveling with Horn and Nona, and then you have it. You recount your cautious steps within the desert village of Dunfast and Wildermore, when Nona had led your little party, leaving you in the company of Horn, the minstrels Enât and Corudan. The elf felt eyes upon your group, and it was with heightened senses that the four of you crept towards the bush that seemed to contain their unwelcome and hostile eyes. Horn valiantly approached the bush, his hand upon his sword, prepared to face whatever evil lurked within, and promptly fell down in his ramp when the shoe within leapt out of its hiding place. I remember that. You are right, Beriathan. It is a wonder Horn survived this long without me. Very well. Thank the powers. My love, I am sorry. You should never have left us. Did you learn nothing? Only together can we face what comes. I learned it, Nona, but too late. It is not too late. By my reckoning, you learned it with a few months to spare. You are fortunate our child has more patience than I. She would not really have slain him, would she? Don't you worry, Kaivar. You have only met Nona today, Kaivar, or you would not ask that question. Sit, my friends, I will hear of the adventures I have missed. Sure.
And so we sat and spoke together, all of us, late into the night. Old friends and new.
Oh. I'm a little bit teary-eyed, to be honest with you. This reunion was also 7 years in the making. The Battle of Pelennor Fields was released on April 2016, so almost 8 years. That was a long time. And I mean, we really needed to see this. We really wanted to see this. Well, I don't know about you, but at least I did want to see this very badly. But well, it is kind of a long detour because once again, from Umbar back to Enât, it's a long journey. One of those kind of scenarios where we realistically could have never go there and back again to Umbar, but it's just the devs are not willing to let this opportunity pass. I'm sure of it, because if not now, who knows when will we get the chance to reunite Horn and Nona. Our poor hearts couldn't take it anymore, at least mine couldn't. So I'm really glad we got this little interlude in here. Thank you, my friend. So we're gonna get Vitality, Physical Mastery, Physical Mitigation, Tactical Mastery and Tactical Mitigation, Tactical Mitigation, Outgoing Healing. Well, I'll take whatever. Let me take the... Okay, Hooded Cloaks. I'm not a big fan of Hooded Cloaks, but... yeah, whatever, let's take the Agility one. Alright. Completed instance. The ghost returns. And that is it, my friends. Our adventures in Umbar have come to an end, at least for the moment. We'll need to wait until we get another update that will allow us to continue exploring these new locales. Most likely the instances. We still have a couple of loose threads, especially in the gear. I have not forgotten about you, and I hope that we finally catch him up in one of these instances. But we also have the entire matter of the Kindred of the Coins that, as you have seen, is not as united as they appear to be. Harmelach and Khôltekh have their own agendas. Azagath is very cunning and dangerous. Nakási is just vengeful. Belondor could be swayed to our side, and we have Rothak and Tathatha that are sort of some wild cards in my opinion. We'll see what they do when this is over. But on top of that, of course, we have the titular Song of Waves and Wind that we still don't know what is, and everything we have learned so far, it's only increasing the mystery. Hopefully it will not be too long before we get an answer in that regard, and we'll see what Azagath is planning exactly and what we'll need to do to stop them. All that, however, will need to wait a few months at least until we get a continuation for it. For the time being, though, this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Garliff is so excited to have reached this point as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.